Hey gents, today we're going to talk through how I pack for a short haul trip in something small like a weekender. And so I'll talk about how I arrived at what I'm packing to make sure that I maximize the space that I have, because if I go on a short trip, sometimes I'll take a carry-on, sometimes I'll take a small bag like this weekender here from, and I'll do my best, Friedrik. And so I want to talk about how I arrived there. So I'll talk about the planning phase, what I end up picking, and then how I fit it all into the bag. So I think the first thing is looking at your entire itinerary. Where are you going? What are you doing? What's the temperature going to be like? And how should you be dressing? For me, this is a conference. The conference is not exactly formal. It's business casual. You know, I'll be wearing a button-down shirt and a jacket. It will be hot, so I want to bring as much performance stuff as I can. It won't be raining, so I'll always have my umbrella, but I don't need to pack for like extra shoes or extra clothes or like a rain jacket or anything of that nature. It's a business conference in an East Coast town, so I'll be wearing a jacket, but at the same time, I can also wear some lighter colors and really embrace that like Cape Cod. You know, it's in Boston, it's on the East Coast, so I'm gonna go for something like that. For the itinerary, you know, I'm traveling on a Sunday, so I'm not gonna be going to any meetings of that sort, but then I'll be on the conference floor Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I wanna make sure that I have things appropriately packed for there. So let's talk about how I get to each of the items in the bag. First, I always start off with underwear. I always pack one pair for each day that I'll be there, plus an extra one for any emergencies, whether that is getting delayed on a flight or you crap your pants. If something terrible happens, I always want to have an extra pair of underwear, and it's not that huge of a deal to add one in because it's not heavy or takes up extra space. Then I do the same thing for socks. I will put one pair of socks for every day that I'll be on the road. Then I add an extra one in case I get rained on, in case I get delayed, anything of that. So then I have one pair of socks, one pair of underwear for each day, plus one. Then, since I always take my running gear, I'll have a pair of socks for running, and in this trip, I'll probably run twice, so I take two pairs of socks. You don't need to take two pairs. I like to take two. Usually with these Mack Weldon ones, I'll wear them twice before I have to wash them. That's their AirKnit X exercise gear. Then I have my running shorts and my running shirt. These ones are from 4 Laps, in my opinion, some of the most stylish and best athletic gear I can get. Then I'll throw in a pair of light chinos. These are my wash chinos from Bonobos. Then I will pack 2 dress shirts and wear one on the plane. So I'll have a blue one that is like a nice classic. I'll have one that's more this colored pastel and the pink. I'll also throw in this button down, which is a Seersucker Performance from Mizzen & Main. And then on top of that, I will put my shirt tail garters. Now I'll also wear the biggest stuff on the plane. So I'm gonna wear my jacket from, this is the Performance from Ministry of Supply. I'll also wear the pants that go along with it because they're so comfortable to travel in, and then I'll travel in a performance shirt. There's also some strategic planning to maximize the number of outfits that you're going to get out of just packing this one thing. So the Wolf & Shepherd shoes that I'm bringing, comfortable on the conference floor, also versatile that I can wear them with the pants from Ministry of Supply and with the chinos here. I'm also gonna wear these on the plane so they don't take up space in the bag. I also have my matching belt. I'll wear that on the plane as well. But I know that I can wear the pink shirt, the blue shirt, with either the charcoal pants or with the light chinos. And so making sure that everything is interchangeable, all of them can be worn with the Wolf & Shepherd shoes. I probably could fit another pair of shoes in here, maybe like my black double monks that look really good with these pants, but I'm just gonna go with one pair for this trip. You know, one of the biggest travel hacks for anybody that frequently travels for business are the performance dress shirts. So this is the Mizzen & Main one. This is actually the Mizzen & Main Seersucker that I'm packing as well. This is the Bonobos one, so I'm field testing these, but they're great because you can pack them, roll them up. Same thing with the Ministry of Supply jacket. You can just roll them up and put them in a bag, not worry about them getting wrinkled, but they're super comfortable to travel in with them, which is why I'm wearing the Ministry of Supply pants, because they're basically like wearing sweatpants on the plane, but you look like you're wearing your suit. So I'm going to take all this and pack it into this Friedrik Hanbury weekender bag. And Friedrik I had wanted to check out because I know that Justin Jeffers approves of them over at the Fine Young Gent. TGV uses them, but this bag has really blown me away. They're one of these direct-to-consumer brands where they sell you great quality products at not full retail prices. The bag itself is a gorgeous deep black vegetable tan leather. It's made in Italy. It's got this clean Scandinavian design. There's no logos or markings on it, but it has this incredible subtle logo accents through the entire bag. You can see them on the zipper leather. You can see them on the stitching. You can see it kind of looks like the hull of a ship. It's flat on top and then has this curve to it. And so there's a really tiny logo mark on the front of the bag, but it has their logo kind of secretly laid out through the rest of the bag, and I really love that. I also love the pop of color orange that goes throughout the bag. Super sturdy hardware, great zippers and everything. So Carl Friedrik, I'll link to them below so you can check them out. You know, the two real ways that I've read into trying to get the most out of your packing space, one way is to lay it all out on the bed and then you kind of pile it on top of each other and roll it into one. I am more of a fan of like rolling method. And the other thing that I forgot that I'm gonna have is I do have the Away laundry bag. I always take this with me because it's waterproof and puts dirty stuff in there. I've got these for my shoes, and then I do have my running shoes. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll take my like running stuff, my running socks, sometimes the clothes, and I'll just put them inside the shoes so that I can maximize the space that's in the bag. Especially, you know, this stuff is very lightweight and small. I don't want to stuff the shoes because then they'll like expand and then they won't be you know, as comfortable. But I just want to get stuff into the shoes to maximize my space in here because they don't really collapse that well. And then I'll put these into the shoe bags. And if I'm traveling with another pair of dress shoes, I'll just put some socks in there because that'll also help them hold their form. And then I always put them inside of a dust bag just like this. I'll take my half folded underwear and I'll roll that up as well. So I'll roll each of these to get them as small as I can. Doesn't matter how wrinkled they are. And then my socks, I usually roll into each other so they're already kind of rolled as well. Also have my shirt tail garters, like to have those. And if I was packing normal dress shirts, so the performance ones I like because you can crinkle them up and then they just kind of pop out. But I have a packing system. I'll put a link to the garment bag that I really like, where you actually roll suits and dress shirts around this hanger and then put them into the system. And I don't think I have room for it in this bag, but if I had to use like cotton or just regular dress shirts, I would absolutely use one of those. I think it's the best way to pack in a compact way. Luckily with things like the performance shirts, they kind of hold they hold up pretty well within there. So got my shoes, got my dress shirts, and then I just need my DOP kit. So this is my blue claw DOP kit that I keep packed for any trip. It's not too big, I can just toss it right into the bag here. And then that becomes my fully packed weekender ready to go. And then, as I mentioned, since the jacket, you know, the jacket's not so big if I were to pack it, but I will wear this to and from, so I don't have to, but actually I do have some more space, so then that becomes my outfit. And then I'll go grab a pocket square to really finish it off. And that is the weekender. So there you have it, gents. That is packing the weekender for a little trip. Let me know if there's ways that I can improve my efficiency. Love to hear from you guys below. You can also reach out at @_Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. If you have any questions about packing the products, I'll link to everything below. And as I try to work out the balance between like unboxings, reviews, the video essays, and things like this, let me know what you guys like the most. Until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.